If you're not following international news sources, you would probably never know that Israel is basically in shambles right now. A bunch of people from the government are resigning, and that includes very prominent members of the IDF, like Daniel Hagari. You remember him. There's no way you don't remember him. He was the genius that took us into the tunnels and found the list, or shall we call it the calendar. Gosh, this was journalistic gold. But if you haven't heard, there are riots in Tel Aviv, there are protests, they're basically camping outside of Bibi Netanyahu's house, saying that he needs to be imprisoned. And it's gotten to the point where a majority of the Israeli population is no longer worried about age group. They're just in utter belief that the Israeli government doesn't care about returning the hostages. And you remember a few weeks ago when 2 of the hostages escaped and then were unalived by the IDF, even though they were screaming in Hebrew saying, "We are Israeli, we are the hostages," and then they still got unalived? Well, footage of that incident just was released to the public. And it's as blatant as it is when they're unaliving Palestinians in Gaza. And it's gotten to the point where Israelis in Tel Aviv are saying, you are not just at war with H group. The amount of unaliving that is happening to the Palestinians at this point makes sense why they are so upset with us. Now they understand why peace in that region is just incomprehensible for either side. The Israeli government and the Israeli military have been acting so viciously that their own people from the state of Israel are turning on them. But I guess we can't even really call it turning on them because they're just starting to understand the situation for what it is. They don't care about the safe return of the hostages, which I genuinely think is ridiculous. And whatever their plan was prior to October 7th happening is starting to kind of like come to the forefront. And the people are waking up and they're calling BS. But yeah, he's gone. He resigned.